Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman, and it's written and directed by Alex Garland. I think that's how you pronounce his name. And if you don't know who that is, he directed Ex Machina. I saw it a while ago. I can't tell you how I feel about that movie because I don't really remember a whole lot. So what I'm going to have to do is just move on and review it at some other point or tell you how I feel somewhere else. But let's get into Annihilation. And I wasn't too sure if I should be excited for this movie or not because I thought the trailers looked fine. In my head, I was thinking to myself, this movie could easily be really bad, or it could be really great. And I saw it, I walked out, and it was pretty good. I'm not sure what everyone's complaining about outside that they think it's boring. If you like a faster paced movie, sorry, this isn't it. I don't mind slow pacing as long as I'm interested in what's happening, which I was. But the overall plot of Annihilation is, it's the story of, if you've seen the trailer, it's basically the story of this thing, trying to describe it the best I can without giving too much away. And what this thing is, well, we don't really know 100% of what it is. I have a few theories of what it is, but I'll discuss that another time. And Natalie Portman's character, she served in the military for 7 years, and she used to be a medic, I believe. I might be misremembering her character, but from what I think happens is she goes into discover like what happened to her husband, because her husband basically went in there and they found his body and he's not doing too well, and she's basically going in there to more or less see what she can do, if she can fix it or at least understand what's going on in there. Now I think I gave you my the best plot synopsis I could without getting into spoilers. And sorry if that I didn't give you enough or I said too much. I did the best that I could, and if you didn't like it, I apologize. This is the best I can do. Let's get into the positives, and the positives are the performances are pretty good, especially Natalie Portman. She gives a very good performance in this movie. There's some bad acting in this movie. We'll get into that later. There's not a whole lot, just in a couple scenes. The performances overall are good. And the world and the whatever you want to call the thing, when they get into that place, it's very interesting, and I was always interested in what was happening. There are some, the CGI is pretty good, most of it is. Some of it's bad, but I'll stay as much as I can on the positive side. I kind of dipped into the negative side, but I'll stay on the positive half as best I can for now. That's what I want to say. Okay. The cinematography is pretty nice. The creature designs are pretty cool. The music is it fits really well. Most of it does, at least. Now let's get into the negatives, because I do have my issues with this movie. My biggest complaint with this movie, I guess in theory, is none of the characters are really likable. And I will get more into that in just a second, but I just want to name off all my all of my negatives, sorry. None of the characters are likable. Some of the CGI is bad. It's only really when they use CGI blood where it's noticeable. And some of the music didn't really work because it just kind of feels inconsistent with its tone. Tonally speaking, it's very off for myself. I would have preferred if the music was more consistent in how it was done. Sorry if I confuse, if I'm not making a lot of sense of how I'm describing my issue here, but I'm trying my best. There's a little subplot in this movie that I didn't think was necessary, but upon further thought, I can understand why it's in the movie. And going back to the characters of my problem with the characters were, like, none of them are likable, but at the same time, you get them. You get, like, why they're doing the things they're doing. And while you don't exactly like them, you understand them. And as the film moves on, you kind of begin to like these characters by the end of the film. Mainly Natalie Portman's character, Lena. I was always interested in what this movie was going for. I've heard some complaints that this movie was boring. What makes a movie boring? In my eyes, what makes a movie boring is when you don't care about the story, the characters, or anything that's going on, and the movie doesn't do anything exceptional, or doesn't take any risks, any chances, and it's just kind of flat and bland looking. Something along the lines of that. One other thing about Annihilation, there are certain specific things in this movie that I more admired than I liked. And I guess that would explain why I would rate this movie a little bit higher than a lot of other people. And I'm going to stop here because I think I did the best I could in talking about Annihilation. I've run out of things to talk about. If you're interested in seeing it, go see it. If you're going to go with what other people are saying, that it's boring or you just don't care, don't go see it. In the end, Annihilation, I found it very interesting. Some may call it boring. I don't see it being boring. I was always interested in what was happening. I would definitely see this movie again. Probably not in theaters, but at some other point in time. And I'm going to give Annihilation a B+. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Annihilation down below. And I'm pretty sure the majority of you are going to say it was boring or you just didn't get it. That's fine by me. You have the right to your opinion. But I would still like to know. I always enjoy reading your comments. Follow me on social media for Facebook, the Stardust app, and Twitter. That'll be in the description down below. Follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. And I think it's probably going to be Black Panther. So look out for that. Until then, thank you for watching and have a great day.